I hear all these people talk about all these skills they got to have when society crumbles and after the zombie apocalypse and all this crazy stuff. And one of the things they talk about is they talk about reloading ammo. I'm a big fan of reloading ammo. However, reloading ammo accuracy versus a survival situation, there's a bit of a difference, guys. All right, now, accuracy, all about it. Right. For example, I load 178 grain AMAXs for shooting competition for 308 long range. Me hand loading each individual bullet with a lot of love, a lot of TLC. I can hand load ammo that's it's much more accurate than what you can buy from the store. Even trying to buy the top end stuff, hand loaded ammo is just always going to be more accurate if you're taking your time giving it TLC. I then load 110 VMAXs, very, very light, using JP's personal recipe for 3-gun matches. It runs my semi-auto gas-fed 308 gas gun very, very smooth, very, very little recoil, just enough to cycle the action. It allows me to get that follow-up shot very, very quick. So when I'm moving and I'm trying to double tap targets real quick, awesome. I can do it a lot of time, almost as fast as the guys running those sissy little 5.56 guns. For, let's say, 300 blackout, if you want to hand load subsonic rounds, for example, so that just barely breaks the sound barrier, it's best to hand load because each gun, each setup, gas ports are different, gas systems are different, barrel lengths are different, and you can, if you tweak it, hand loading it, you can get just where you're just breaking that sound barrier, just under that sound barrier, and you can make subsonic ammo reliably cycle your gun if you're shooting a semi-auto and still stay right where you want it to be velocity-wise. You don't want it to be too low because then you're just lobbing a football softly. You want it throw that football as fast as possible without breaking that sound barrier so you don't get that supersonic crack. All right, so hand loading for accuracy, all about it. The argument that you're hand loading for expense, and it's the excuse I used with my wife. Oh, honey, I'm gonna be able to hand load ammo a lot cheaper than I can buy it. 9mm, for example. You can buy crap 9mm ammo for practicing on the range much cheaper than you can hand load it, and it's a lot easier on your fingertips, right? Now, the argument that it's a great skill to have in a survival situation, I'm all about having the skill. I'm all about having the knowledge, okay? And if you want to go out and invest in the equipment to hand load for the art, I'm all about it. But for you to invest your money in it simply so that you can use it as a trade after the fact, that when society crumbles, one guy's going to be a blacksmith, other people are going to be farmers, you say you're going to reload ammo and sell ammo, it just doesn't hold water. And here's why. I'll show you real quick. Roughly a box of 100 rounds of 300 blackout. Okay, bought it at the store, so much money. Box would be a little smaller than that. Now, for me to reload that same box of 100, I would need primers. I would need the 220 grain slugs, right? And then I would need, I like to load my 300 blackout with 1680. Now, it would take that. Now, I'm having to reuse all my brass, 100 rounds of brass I'm reusing. Space in my shelter for 100 rounds of blackout to reload it, or space with 100 rounds that already exists. Okay, already done, already ready to go. It takes up actually less space. All right, now, you've got to remember, using these components to make ammo, you're not really making it. What you're doing is you're assembling it. Right? So once you run out of primers, which are sometimes hard to find. I've heard the logic now, people saying, well, ammo is getting so hard to find, I'm gonna have to start reloading. They haven't gone out and tried finding reloading components. Sometimes just finding primers is hard. Finding 1680 is hard sometimes. I still can't find Trail Boss to load my favorite recipe of 308 subsonic, right? So sometimes it's hard to find the components, right? So in a survival situation or a post-apocalyptic situation, you need to be able to make it, not just assemble it, because once your components run out, you're screwed. The farmer can still grow more stuff, save his seeds, and he has it. So to say, I'm gonna make ammo, brother, you're gonna have to make, like, pour and cast slugs. Now, I know guys that do that for bullets for like 45 pistols. A lot of cowboy action guys, they actually make the slugs. We can reuse brass. Okay, you ever try making primers? I want to see you do that one. Not easy. Gunpowder. Are you going to go back to crumbling up saltpeter and sulfur from the drugstore? No, it's just not realistic. All right, so if you want to learn how to reload, by all means, track down a local subject matter expert. He'll gladly take you under his wing and he'll show you how to do this. I mean, it's the best way to go for accuracy, for expense. Yeah, actually, it is a little bit cheaper, not much, but a little bit cheaper than just buying the ammo. Knowledge, it's the best tool by far. Knowledge is going to be the best weapon you ever have. Knowledge is power, all right? But as far as reloading in a survival situation, no, I'd look at some other trait, really would. And that's my take on reloading.